Hey guys, want to do a quick real-time video. This is about 8:22 in the morning, New York time, July 22nd. It's important for me to do these while the market's unfolding. I think it's even more realistic because I can kind of give you a bit of commentary what I'm seeing as the market unfolds. This is a gold weekly chart. You can see that it really caught massive moves in the weekly. Odds are you're not going to be trading off the weekly. Of course, unless you're a person that just wants to position for a very, very long period of time. Now, one thing to keep in mind is you can see that we had an arrow over here to go short, but we don't short unless we can get below that bar. So that trade is invalidated, all right? So there will be times when it just doesn't get filled, which is okay. It's going to keep us out of some of the bad or potentially bad trades. Now, if I go to a fast, more of a day trading, swing trading time frame, and I'm going to start from the current, so I'm not cherry picking. Okay, you can see we had a short here, took a little bit of heat before it went down. We hit a long. This was a short, didn't get filled because it didn't go below that bar. Multiple entries on the long side. Just scroll back a few days. Didn't catch any of the short here. So you can see, even on a 15-minute, you will get more than enough trades. Yes, you could go to a 5-minute, but it's sort of, you can trade your overtrade. Okay. And of course, there's going to be trades like these where eventually when it gets filled, it goes sideways for a long time. Those are going to be scratch trades probably. Same thing. Okay, you sat through a lot of chop. Eventually it went your way and then it dropped. It's going to be scratch trades. And we have no idea why. There's no way to tell. I wish there was, but in other words, this trade immediately goes your way beautifully, right? This one, when you finally got filled, right, went just very fast. Same thing with this one, but you don't know why some just explode and some don't. That's just part of trading, all right? Let's take a look at the pound US dollar because this is a very popular and one that's really good to trade. All right, you can see we had this beautiful buy off the bottom here. I mean, that's up 60, 70 pips from where you would have got in. Had a short off the top. This was one that you would have got stopped out on. Okay, just you can see it was just a little bit premature. Eventually it did go its way. If you had a bigger stop of over 40 pips, you wouldn't have been stopped out. Okay, but if you ran a tighter stop, you would have got stopped out on that one. We did catch that long up there. Beautiful buy off the bottom there. That was over 150 pips. And just take a look at a bit bigger of a time frame. Obviously won't be as many signals. The 1 hour isn't going to catch all those little ones that you saw on the 15-minute. Okay, they're going to be more significant turns. And you can see if you just kind of look at this, you can always freeze your screen for a second. This is the 1 hour, right? So if I do this, let's just mark a few of these turns that the 1 hour didn't get. You'll see how probably the 30-minute might catch some of them, right? Let's kind of see what happens here. So let's go to the 15. So you do catch more in the 15. That goes without saying. All right. There's times when you're just going to miss it like that. The indicator down here wasn't quite oversold, but that's okay. 5 minute you would have got them, but there's always kind of a fine line between trying to be too fancy, in other words going on too fast of a time frame, and cutting out some of the noise. So you'll have to decide. For most of you, I think probably the 15 minute is a good sort of happy medium for day trading and swing trading, fast entries. Anyway, that's it for the moment. I'm going to look throughout the day and bring you some more real-time examples. Just a real-time update. Just not long ago, maybe 15-20 minutes ago, I was showing you the recent long trade we had on the pound US dollar 15 minute. And so I wanted to see what was happening on the 5 minute, whether, for instance, there's a short trade. So you can see right now we've had this run up. There's been no short trade yet. This part of the indicator is still within the channels, which is saying it's still not oversold or in this case overbought. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how I would be looking at things. So once again, say I was thinking, okay, well maybe this is a pullback, I want to take a short. Can I get something in a 5 minute? So I switched to that, because I do like these type of trades when you get this sort of very fast upward rally and it's a deep retracement. And what I mean by that is if you were to go from this high up here to the low up to here, that's a deep pullback, all right, or retracement, Fibonacci retracement. Those trades I really like when it's coupled with an arrow, but I don't have that one yet. Anyway, I just wanted to show you how I'm assessing things in real time. Just another quick update that I had about 5 minutes ago. This is on the pound US dollar, the 1 minute. If you recall, I mentioned that on the 5 minute, we didn't have a sell signal. Now, of course, the 1 minute is going to get more trades, as you can see. So we had a short trade down here, a couple long signals here, and then it caught this trade up here. So this answers a question that I've had a lot of people say, you know, can you use it in a 1 minute? Yes, you can. Now, when the market is really moving strongly, the 1 minute can be good, but other times you're going to get caught in a lot of short, more choppy moves. But I'm just kind of scrolling back a little bit. You can see there's a ton of moves going both directions. And this is something, as I've mentioned in the past, trend following systems don't get these trades, okay, because they're only thinking up or down, okay, and how can I enter in that particular direction. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to give you some more updates and some other currency pairs throughout the day. I know there's still a lot of interest in Bitcoin trading, so I don't trade it. I mean, the big reason is in the U.S. our brokers don't allow us to trade it. But with that said, I'm going to show you some trades on the 1 hour, most recent. It just happened, what was it? I guess yesterday on the 21st. So we had a short there, we had a long there. And it's always amazing how these things just kind of, you don't know what's going to be the big trade. It just looks like a bunch of chop. Traditional systems aren't going to find trades there. It just explodes up, but you don't know ahead of time it's going to do that. Let's just scroll back. We had a buy off the bottom. It took a long time to work its way up. We had a long here, which didn't get filled till this. It got filled over on this bar, okay? In other words, the bar first came down and then it rebounded and went up. Long here, short there. This is another one of those situations that didn't get filled till over here on this white bar. So you can see just in July there was quite a few trades. Once again, I'm not cherry picking them, just going straight back in time. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to bring you some more trades later in the day. All right, time for another quick update on a few pairs that I looked at earlier today, maybe a few hours ago. This was the Bitcoin, 1 hour chart Bitcoin, USD. We had the short on the 1 hour, which worked out good. It started reversing. Now let's say we went to the 30-minute. We still had to sell up there, right? We had some nice run up there. We had one there, short that went for a while. But we didn't catch this run up. But now if you go to 15-minute, you can see that you're going to catch that one. Okay, keep in mind these didn't get filled over here, these two. So it goes without saying that the more time frames you look at, the more trades you're going to get. And everybody's going to do differently, simply because some of you don't want to look at a 15 or a 5-minute. Others do. If you can spend more time, you're going to just be physically there for more trades. But with that said, you're going to trade yourself silly if you choose to. But most importantly is that you want to get a situation where when you do finally find a trade on any time frame that you like, that it's a very high probability, and that's what this is going to give you more often than not. So anyway, let's quickly go to the 5-minute. We looked at the GBP USD a while ago. You see we had a short here. We had this long here. Notice that we haven't had a sell yet on the 5-minute. I go to 15, still nothing there. 30-minute, nothing there. I think that probably we're going to have something pretty soon, and the reason I say that is because I know from experience, especially when you get to the bigger time frames, like let's say the 30 or the 60, when it starts getting to the top channel, you could get something. Not guaranteed, it could go up, but it tells me that I need to check on this a little bit more often. So anyway, that's it. We'll come back a few hours later and see if anything shaked out here. I just want to do one last update for the night. It's about 8:30 p.m. my time. I've been kind of throughout the day showing how we initially had this up move. Well, this was on July 22nd, which was yesterday. Today's the 23rd, obviously. We had this 15-minute signal long and haven't had any signal short yet. You can see it's kind of traveling sideways, and the price action is going sideways, so it's in between these bands. If I jump to a 30-minute, same thing, it's still in between the bands, and you'll notice that the price is just going sideways for the last few hours. And then if I go to the 1 hour as well, still no signal. We're kind of in no man's land. Now let's just see if we jump to a fast time frame, if we had anything. And notice here, this is very important. See how, like I mentioned on the other time frames, you know, you can see that the market's just getting smaller and smaller, going sideways on each of these 15-minute bars. The 30 minutes have been going sideways for quite a long time, except for these two bars here, right, that drop down. But if we go to the 5-minute, notice if I put these on the top of the range, right, basically there. Notice the distance. When the market's starting to trend, the range gets bigger. But notice what happens when the market starts going sideways. The range really starts to contract, and because of that, we went into an oversold area here. We had a long on this 5-minute. Now, just for the heck of it, let's see what would happen if we went to the 1-minute. So you can see here, once again, the range is drying up, much wider back here. We had some great signals that caught that fast drop. There could have been news or something here. I'm not sure what exactly happened. We had a cluster of buy signals up here. I mean, absolute mess. If you look at that price activity, it did end up going up. Short move up, then a move down. So anyway, that's it, guys. I'm just going to keep this video somewhat short and sweet, and we will bring more videos in the upcoming days.